Sure. I mean, you know, you just drop a
games.
chiller, you just slide into Victory Royale. That's all you have to do.
Slide into the victory.
Slide into the victory.
It's like we're sliding into this game.
There you go. That's how we do things, ladies and gentlemen. But here we go, game number 1. So don't forget, we are using the spectator client. So we're going to get some extra information, Kitty. So not only will we be able to see things like the overhead map.
And this nice rear end view of the bus.
There you go.
You know, it's the little things.
I hope they thank the bus driver. I always have to thank the bus driver.
If I don't thank the bus driver, I don't get the Victory Royale.
Those things are they go hand in hand.
Yeah. It's
if
very
you
important.
thank the bus driver, you have a higher chance of a Victory Royale. That's confirmed. With that being said, though, I mean, you talked about it. Loot Lake, the new floating island. Look at that. Now, there's only one person that landed there.
Is that one Is that a solo player, or is he covering his teammate? Oh, and he's already leaving.
Oh, okay. So his teammate, that's right.
Lake.
So his teammate is heading into Greasy Grove. So he's like, okay, I have to join over there.
So
I'm
maybe
actually
he
surprised.
saw that nobody was up there. I'm going to get some quick loot, and then I got to support my teammate.
That's fair. I mean, especially if he could make a very quick land right off the bat. I mean, there's like chests on the edge of the crater as well, or the islands. You just hop down, grab a chest, and then, you know, make your way over.
Up. And yeah, then you can get an eye view of where the storm's going to be, and then make your choice from there, where you're going to head off with the nice vent. What do you call that? Tornado?
Tornado. The Typhoon.
Typhoon.
It's got all kinds of crazy names.
Yeah.
But here we go. Starting the game, all 100 players still left alive in the match, which is actually pretty surprising because by now we see players get eliminated. What do you think? So now that we're in duos, right? What do you think you're expecting to see? How do you think players are going to kind of play?
I think it's going to be varied by each duo. I think we've got a lot of pros with a lot of up-and-coming pros. So you're going to see people play based on who their teammate is that they picked, who their captain is. So I can see some people really wanting to make sure that they get that good loadout, the safe amount of resources and ammo, which is really important early game. It's very easy to run out of ammo early. And you see these guys already spamming. Like, how many walls have these guys had time to farm before fighting each other? And doesn't look like many, to be honest.
Yeah, with that, Fnatic Jarl goes down and is eliminated. So now these guys get to own Viking Village.
Ooh, another fight breaking out. Motel.
Okay, this is Powder rather, and Alpha. I mean, Alpha we've seen a lot. Alpha is possibly too strong. All right. I mean, I may need to talk to them. Be like, look, Alpha.
Is that a thing? You can be too strong now.
Yeah, Alpha is too strong for sure.
Okay.
He's ascended. You know.
Oh wow.
That is what it's
become.
become.
And Razoroo, right below him.
Shout out to Razor. Last week he dropped from literally in game 1 dropped the highest possible.
He just
streak.
knocked out your too strong guy. So does he take the title of too strong now?
No, Razor is 100% a Titan. I mean, and like I was talking about last week, so the incentive was you get a Victory Royale and you get 8 eliminations, you got a Royale flush. That was last week, and in game 1, he was like, that's what you want, Zeke? I'm gonna drop that.
That's
Here you go.
the goal?
That's for you. And I lost my mind. I wasn't prepared. Especially in game 1.
Yeah. Well, and them landing at Motel is a great place too, because you almost always have those rifts there. You can rotate around the map really easily, and I think that's why that was contested, and you saw another team dropping with them. So here we go. Where are we? Lonely Lodge.
Yep, this is near
Ooh,
Lonely.
Mansion, another awesome place to drop. I've dropped a few times here with Creo, actually, and it went well. It went well. You can get lots of brick from those fences. Right away, you can get lots of wood in the trees, and then all those mushrooms to get that. Yeah.
Ooh, Ollie, though, is down right now.
I just got distracted by that snipe. That was great.
So now Sanity is here to fend for himself in a 1v2 against Thorben and Junkin right now. I mean, so here's the thing, right? Like, obviously the eliminations matter, and if you don't know, the only way to confirm that point and get the actual point itself is you have to down the player and then finish them off, and then you get the elimination. So in a perfect world, you down both players simultaneously, right? Now, if you down a player and then your duo ends up falling, you won't get the point because that player wasn't confirmed. So we see a lot of players, the moment they go down, it's like, well, gotta thirst this guy. We need that point.
The points are so important in this, and like that could mean a lot of the prize pool, that 1 point.
Yeah. There's a huge fight breaking down. Junkin is here trying to secure this elimination. Looks like his teammates takes down Sanity.
It's so hard when you have both of those players focusing you. It's really difficult to keep up walls. And again, early game, well, these guys have a lot of resources now because they just farmed two players who had been farming. But
That's Right. Let's check out this replay from Kinstar and Hunter. We touched on it earlier. I mean, Kinstar and Hunter, this is the dynamic duo, if I've ever seen one. But look, Lolito here. And Atlantis, Kedster.
And we got Harmy too. We were talking about Harmy earlier.
Yes. Do you want to?
Incredible player.
What is the term you gave him?
Someone said the German Tifu.
The German Tifu. There you go. There it is.
Yeah, that's just what I've heard the chat speak about. But I saw him disengage from that fight. I don't know what happened after that, but
he lives to build another day. But over to Reflection.
He's on the hunt. Look at him. He knows someone's out there. He's thirsty for those eliminations.
Reflection is just one of the possibly most disgusting players I think I've ever seen. Also one of the most disgusting. I mean,
I'm
he's
really
incredible.
enjoying these descriptors.
Oh yeah, I mean, listen, I'm always gonna talk up these players because they make my job easy. They just do awesome things, and I get to lose my mind.
Mass
and
is
then
not happy about that. Was that his teammate that he lost? It was.
Yes.
Yeah.
Stanny is down.
How dare you touch Stanny?
And now Mass is like, well, I have to eliminate. Do you think so? You've played in some of the skirmishes, right?
Yes, I have.
Do you watch the kill feed? So like, let's say your teammate goes down. Do you
Oh,
watch to see
100%.
who it is, and does that play a factor in like your confidence, like you know?
Yes. When you when your teammate's going down to one of the liquid guys, especially if it's me playing and let's say Bizzle has gone down to one of the liquid guys, and I see the relentless push through woods at me. I'm definitely looking at if I have anything to disengage. Hopefully a rift.
Like, look, let's just reassess. Sorry guys, our bad. We walked into territory.
Yeah,
My bad.
Didn't mean to come over here. It was my fault. Bad call, but.
Let's check out this new circle. So now we see where the new
Anisha.
safe zone's at, which is
Okay.
over toward Tilted, which is good.
Yep.
Now, I mean, if I have to pick the way I want this game to end, is I want it to end on Floating Island. I love Floating Island.
Okay, that's gonna be chaos because especially with that final moving circle, they're gonna be kicked up in that vent and taken places that they don't want to go potentially. And but it would be definitely entertaining. Oh no, Loya!
Oh, Loya takes
Taking
a
a big
huge
hit.
hit. Yep. And now this is looking pretty rough right now. Kedster is looking to clean up and finish off this these players rather. Lito here with a double barrel finishes
Loya.
off Loya. You
Lots
know?
going on here. Yeah.
Wait.
Tomo trying to turtle to evade the onslaught, but no, these guys, they know exactly where he is. The storm's only ticking for one right now. They're not worried about spending their time in here to finish off that kill for that extra elimination.
Now Kedster could go down.
Oh. Oh, and he's got a nice med kit waiting for him. So that's always a little bit of a raffle. You don't know what they're gonna have.
Right.
And spending that extra time in the storm, getting as low as he did there, yeah, having that med kit to use right away that's really nice.
For me, it typically goes, I stay in the storm, I eliminate a player, and they don't have any heals at all, and then I go, oh. And then I'm back
You're
in
like,
the lobby.
well, this is great.
I'm like, all right, well, this was probably not worth
Have
it.
a great game, guys.
Back over to Thorben. Looks like Junkin is down, so he's finding himself in a 1v1 situation currently.
Oh,
And immediately is taken down.
Lasers.
Wow.
That was quick.
So
he
Rules
went
is
from
like,
200 to 0.
yeah. Rules is like, hey man, can you just take care of this guy? I need to heal real fast. You got this.
That's one thing that you'll notice about these pro players too, is when they feel like they're at a disadvantage, they really do trust their teammate to help them out. You'll see them turtle up if they don't want to take too many shots, too much damage, and then their teammate will kind of jump in, get the finish, and then they're not taking as much damage, they're not losing as many shield points. It's great.
Yeah. You always got to rely on that other teammate. And Dalo here. Dollar Games is like, Dalo, I trust you with my life. I'm currently down below. I need you to eliminate all of these players.
And he hears these guys taking down his base, so he wants to get down low as soon as possible. Hopefully finish him off. Oh, those dual pistols are so strong right now. When it hits, it hits.
That's right.
It's amazing.
He downs a player there. Now it's a 1v1. Wedged up top.
Not a lot of.
Oh!
Ooh! Ooh! I like
Clips
those
the edge of
wings
the ramp.
on the new Dark Bomber.
Yes, the
That's
bat wings.
a beautiful style. No, it's not the bat wings. It's the
dusk ones?
raven wings.
Oh, the raven wings.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Kind of purpley ones.
There's so many wings in the game. You remember it was just Cupid's wings?
I love the wings in the game.
They're
I love
so
it.
good.
I feel like a Victoria's Secret angel when I rock them. Like, look at me go, world.
Look at me now.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at the current scoreboard. So this is, look at this. Look at this new little scoreboard we got going. So you can take a look at the team. So as an example, Tixi and Toma, they've got 4 eliminations.
#1 team in the
Woo!
#1 spot.
That's right. So they've
What are
got
the odds?
1 point on the board currently. Now keep in mind,
And
again,
look at their health and their shields too.
they're-
Those guys
yeah.
are sitting pretty.
oh yeah, they're
in
good
the
to go.
zone. Yeah.
Over to Vermax and the Vic. Kaz looking pretty weak
Oh,
right
here,
now.
I see Harmy in the background. The German Tifu, he's coming into the fight.
That's true.
He's on his way. Oh, he's actually getting pushed up on by Svenos, who I believe has his eyes set on Vermax right now. Harmy might be able to just turtle up and
Just
stay
let him
quiet.
pass. It's like, nope, keep
You
going.
may go.
Yeah, no, I'm not here. You got, no, they're over there. Fight them. Follow them over there. Yeah, look
Yeah,
at this
but-
Svenos.
Svenos and oh no, they've definitely heard Harmy. Oh no, they're taking
They're
shots on
fighting
Kaz.
Kaz.
Oh, and Harmy. Okay, so it's both
Oh.
of them are under fire.
Oh, they're trying to run for their lives right now. And I look at this. The storm is starting to come in right now,
Mm-hmm.
Kitty. I mean, so it's not going to start ticking for 2, but it's going to start ticking for 2 very quickly.
Yeah,
so they
as
need
soon as
to
it
run.
meets that border, definitely.
And look, they've got the Shadow Stones. Those are enabled.
Yeah.
I love the Shadow Stones, by the way. So it's very
They're-
high risk, high reward.
They are so fun, and I think in this type of situation, the risk actually isn't so bad because you can't see into the storm very well. So I think when you have that Shadow Stone enabled and you're running with the storm, the likelihood of someone spotting you is a little bit lower. But no,
Yeah.
those are a great movement tool to use in the game, especially in the situation that Sonos has chosen.
That's right. Now he just flies on over. He's like, don't worry, Kaz.
This is
I'm
beautiful.
floating over to you
In
now.
the evening, just
This.
flying around, enjoying life,
Over to
enjoying the
Madsen
view.
and Blacks. You see
Bree
that they
and
are
Camel.
engaged. Yeah.
They're getting pushed up on.
I would
Oh,
personally
and
be...
they're not sitting pretty. These guys have no shields, and they've got a hungry Blacks.
Yeah.
It was, who wants a piece? Oh.
Oh!
And he'll. Oh no, Bree
Oh,
going
no.
down with a one-shot.
And look
Oh.
at that. He shotguns
Oh.
Bree.
Gotaga, Airwalks, just lost in the storm.
No!
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So they did not make it out. They must have got caught up in an engagement outside, but now it's just Camel by himself. Now, keep in mind, Camel's a great player, so he can turn this around. But this is a tall order, especially with
The 9
35
bandages.
HP. This
Okay.
is not the spot you want to be in.
No. Getting some SMG shots though.
Man, I'm
And
surprised.
yeah, they're sitting on 0 kills right now. So he wants to survive this, get the limbs, but I mean, when you have 2 strong gen side players pushing up on you, what's the play?
Well, he's going to try and crack back.
Not
but
that maybe.
Yeah, he tried. I mean, look, he took a
Yeah.
big old bite out of Blackso, but unfortunately, he does go down. And look, he drops
Mm-hmm.
slurp juices as well. So Blackso's going to be fine. He's going to heal up to 75. Use that slurp juice, and he's going to be good to go. Now, look, we're back over to Svenos and Kaz. We saw Svenos use the Shadow Stone,
Yeah.
and now he's like, he's good to go. But take a look at all the players on the mountain.
It looks like Svenos used the Shadow Storm or Stone to get high ground. Now taking shots. Oh, we're headed to a replay.
This is when
Oh.
Bree goes down there.
Oh.
So this is Madsen's perspective.
Ooh, that was quick. Yeah.
That was a
It's-
point blank
It's
one.
hard when someone uses your ramp to come up behind you. It's you're expecting them to build their own build. So when they come up behind you, sometimes it takes you off guard. But that's too bad. And Kaz looking really low. So that is not a guy you want to have chasing you.
That's right.
now, that's
There
for
you go.
sure.
Does he land the shot? He does. That is going to be an elimination heading his way, and all the
Woo!
loot's for him.
And then trap. Did you
Look
see
at
that
the,
pick
yeah,
up?
I did. You
Do
see
you
the
think
upgrades too?
Yeah.
Svenos is really happy. See, like, Dent Games is kind of like, hey, can I get some of that loot? It's like, Svenos is like, ooh, man, look, I got the elimination here. I'm going to hold on to this. Don't worry.
Yeah, he was a little lagged behind. He's like, I'm here. I got the loot. It's mine. Oh, and we see Mitro for the first time today. So he's been sitting pretty and greasy.
I'm not sure if he's currently by himself. We'll have to keep an eye out for that. But over to Rules right now. So again, now we see where the new safe zone is. It's near Greasy, and you get a little bit of the floating island. So what you might see players do to rotate in safely is they'll use the vortex there surrounding the island. They'll react with their shoots, and they can kind of rotate as need be. Problem is that other players will probably have this in mind, so they're all going to kind of rotate into like the same spot.
Yeah, already we see a lot collecting on top of the mountain. One actually is sitting on the side. It looks like just turtling on the corner on the map, if we can get that pulled up. And then three different teams fighting north of them. So it's a happening spot right now. Yeah, and it's right on the edge of the map. So this is, yeah.
It's going to get chaotic pretty quickly. On top of that, you still have 53
Kinzel
players.
just got 2 explosive kills. Ooh.
He's got the RPG. He also has the Rift to go, if he so desires, over on Rojo, which is pretty good.
That's definitely something that just increases in value as the game goes on. Late game rifts, those can be utilized so well. Save a lot of resources by using that to rotate instead of having to build your tunnel through the map. Oh, ooh, getting clean shots.
That's right. Taking a look at the current scoreboard. Right at the top, Razor, Rue, and Lou. Razor has
Yay!
4 eliminations. They
Go
have 1 point.
That's what I like to see, boys.
There you go. And right behind them, you've got a few other players with only 3. So a lot of players very close to the very first threshold.
Still have half a lobby.
Yes. I don't know how we're doing it, but right now we've got 50 players left alive. And that's the thing, right? These aren't pub games. This is not something you see typically. This is something you only see in these types of games, right? We take literally a ton of players from around the world that are literally the best, and you put them in one lobby and say, have fun, go fight.
Have fun, yeah. Well, and every single week we're seeing new strategies. And that's my favorite part about Fortnite is every single week you see new players coming up with the meta, and that's why it's so great to watch these skirmishes, because you can see the top players playing other top players, and how do you compete?
Oh no, he might be okay. Okay, the ramp saved him there. That was very close. Marijuana was
just staring at the
reflexes. Yeah, he watched it bounce out from the window and was like, oh no.
So these guys are sitting pretty. He's got a slurp. He's got those 5 explodes and the grenade launcher, and lots. Oh, I was gonna say lots of shields.
It's all gone.
Oh, nice shot.
Everyone is very close to each other right now. This is what things get claustrophobic.
Yeah. Definitely.
I'm
well, especially on that side zone. So one thing to consider if you're a new player is what part of the map is the largest that's pushing into the new circle, because that's statistically where you can see the most players that are going to be coming in. So that this one line is having so much action where the rest of the guys on the map are sitting pretty in the zone, taking some shots, hoping to get some third parties.
That's right. They're just chilling. They're like, cool, we're going to play Gatekeeper. You guys fight it out. No, just keep fighting it out. Then make your way over here.
Yeah.
I'll take you out with 1 shot. It's okay.
They'll take all the shield off you. Yeah. Maybe 75% of your health. I'd like the 1 shot.
And then I just like look really hard in your direction, and then I eliminate you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rojo goes down though. Even the likes of Dementos is just being chunked right now.
Ooh.
You talked about it. Look how many players are just desperately trying to scramble their way into the safe zone, all on top of each other.
Yeah, when you look at that mini map, you can really see what I'm talking about. Oh, but luckily enough, all these guys that have now survived, they're sitting pretty.
Yes.
They get to make their comfortable little fortresses and then wait for the new group from Greasy to push into them. But still, fight's happening. It hasn't settled yet, but I bet they're definitely very excited to see the new zone on top of them.
Yeah. I mean, at that point, you're like, okay, look, I've been running this whole time. Finally, a little luck my way.
But yeah, the action picking up in Greasy.
Oh, and Zacubus are gone. Isma is dropped as well.
Oh, yeah. All these guys in Greasy just looking at these poor people who have just exhausted their mats getting into zone. They know that these guys are low. There's a lot of metal, which usually means that they've burned through their wood and their brick. And, yep, taking those shots.
And you said it best. I mean, look at the mat counts. Again, 290, 235 on Marijuana. He's chunked out again. They just don't have much. They've literally been fighting this entire time, just trying to get safe. Now they are safe, but they've used so much.
Edit play. Oh, but there's 2 people waiting for him behind. His teammate going down through the window. Doesn't matter about the window because the wall is killed immediately. There's so much pressure on this corner right now, and the zone's starting to move.
Marijuana is left to fend for himself.
And we're also going up a hill. So what a lot of people don't realize, and I think players are getting a lot better at realizing now, is when you got to make it up that hill, you really have to start moving early. because moving horizontally is a lot quicker than taking those vertical steps, especially if you're coming up underneath other people's build and you have to destroy it before creating your own.
Exactly.
So, back on Marwana. He's lost his teammate.
Yeah, he's in a really rough spot. Now they haven't
Well, he is
pushed on
safe
him.
though. He is safe, and a lot of those walls are his, which is nice. So he's not gonna have to exhaust too many resources to make his new base. So he's taking that time to make the. Oh, and I mean, Mitra is on the. Wow, look at how many characters are below him right now. He wants those kills.
He does have the rift to go. He can bail if he needs to, but I mean, if we know Mitro, he's
two.
looking to get. He has 2.
Mitro, one of the
as
most
well.
exceptional players with 2 rifts to goes, and a lot of ammo to spam like this right now too. And oh, did you look at his mats?
Yeah, he's
Mitro
in
has
pretty
1
good.
kill and he has that many mats. That's wow. That's impressive.
Oh yeah, I mean, and that's the thing, right? When you're moving into late game, you have to not only manage where other players are, your ammo count, your mat count, enemies' ammo and mat count. And Mitro is a pro at that. He's like, look, if we hit late game, I'm gonna be good to go. I'm ready to fight.
Yeah.
You guys duke it out, and then we're like top 10. I'm just gonna own you. That's pretty much it. I'm Mitro. How's it going?
Yeah. And you've seen that in a lot of the games he's played. Like he maintains the advantage the whole way through. Looking for the edit a little bit late and
Rasmussen
paying
and Rush.
for it.
They're taken down.
Maybe not. Like, maybe the decision to go for his teammate there wasn't the best one. There's a lot of eyes watching them, and ooh,
Kitty, we still have 28
a med kit for 8
players.
health here. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Every health does count.
Medkit for 8, 10 seconds for 8 health. It's tough. That's tough. I mean, look, so Svenos has
You are
healing as
denying
well.
it from someone else.
That's a great point. So if you get eliminated, you don't get to use it.
You're like,
Someone
no,
else gets to use it.
Nobody else. We'll make this hard for everybody. Oh, and Razoroo going down. Oh, and as well, Lou, his teammate. So it looks like Vermax and Novash both sending in explosives on those guys and getting half the points from each.
Kinstar and Hunter still alive. And look at, I mean, Kinstar still has 600 metal. 600 metal, ready to go. Vermax here and the Vic, they actually have 5 eliminations, so they're 1 more away from that second threshold of 2 points.
Yes.
But Vermax has been knocked by Epsilon King. Kinstar explodes Heisel and then eliminates Heisel. Oh, they just used the Shadow Stone there.
Oh,
Mitro
wow,
eliminates
you predicted this. They are on the island. Oh,
yes.
Okay, so this is going to be really, really interesting to see how these players decide to handle this. This is a situation unlike any else. You've got the Shadow Stones to work with. You've got the Vent to work with. And there's not a lot of resources to farm in this area either.
That's right.
And you see Kling clinging on to life with no resources.
Now, he does have the Shadow Stone, right?
Yeah.
So he can phase through walls if he needs to, but he's got to be careful because remember, there is like a deactivation time when you come out of the phase form.
Yeah, and people can hear it too.
They can. Mm-hmm.
And they know the zone they're in. They're going to be prepared for plays like that. Oh, we got 6 kills on the solo. Oh, you predicted this. Kinstar and Hunter sitting pretty with 6 kills.
6 eliminations. Look at this. That means, Kitty, they need 2 more. If they get 2 more, they have the maximum elimination bonus.
Oh, I saw Rift go off. I'm not sure who used that, but probably Mitro. He still had the 2 if he's alive right now.
He did it. Okay.
He is alive.
Wait, no, hold on. Look at look how
Violet.
weird this is right now.
But this is the problem. So you don't want to get caught in that vent,
right?
Because when you're gliding like that, you are an open target. So anyone can open up their roof and just take shots on you, and you gotta try and dodge.
That's right.
And in a circle this small, that's not the easiest thing in the world.
We still have 10 players left, Kitty. At the top, again, Kinstar and Hunter still very much alive. The likes of SK
6
are
kills.
alive.
They need 2 more for that 3 points.
That's right, and that would activate the multiplier going into next game. So you got to think they're probably they pick up another one. They're like, Zeke, you guys want another elimination?
They
Hold on,
have
Kitty, hold
7
this.
now.
Watch.
With 8 players remaining, this is totally possible for them to get to that 8 kill mark or elimination. Oh, okay, that's a teammate.
Oh, God.
I thought that was a play. Okay, we both made the same mistake.
I
and look at
that scared me.
Mitro's sitting pretty. He's got an amazing metal fortress in the center.
Yeah,
he can choose to shoot down, shoot up, or just be protected to heal during this final zone. Getting another limb on Vilix.
That would be his second.
Reflection didn't stick the landing. Oh,
Oh,
final
it's 100.
zone.
Oh, 5 players
Sorry.
left. We're
Oh,
going to
can't
heal
heal,
up.
can't heal.
It's not. It looks like Hunter.
We have Kinstar at the bottom, already using that med kit. He's prepared to go for the heal off. Nitro as well, no healing.
They're
But
both
is it
down.
gonna
It's
be-
going to be Master. Master holds on
Whoa!
long enough.